Hello, always Dizzy here. Going to start with puzzle streak of 40 as I always do before I play any games. I still am very sick with COVID. I think I might be like 1% better than yesterday, so hopefully I get through the stream okay and aren't coughing every second. No promises though, so I warn you beforehand, and it'll probably get worse over time. I'll probably start coughing more. Okay, let's start. I'm 1 minute in. um, I guess we can start with this. And is there not a free night? And we have a fork, which should be good. I think I can go bishop f5. We have a mate in 1. We have a mate in 1. I think I can take and then fork. I think I can take and then take his queen. We have check and then bishop c5. Is it knight c3? Well, maybe e takes f4. Followed by check. Okay, we are white. So I think it's a mate in 1. We have a check. And then a mate, so mate in 2. And can I not go check, check? And then after g6 should be mate, should be winning. And then a deflection here. Okay, there's a fork here. And we have a check. This is a mate. It's a hook mate. And this should pick up his rook. I might have a lifeline here. So far, so good. 3 minutes in. I'm doing very well so far. His queen is under attack. So can I not take his queen if he gives me a check? I take. How does that? Aren't I winning a piece there though? Because this is going to cancel out, right? Because after I go king e8, that should be winning a piece. We'll see if I miscalculated. Nope. I got it. So check. Actually, why don't we just take the rook, and then his other rook is hanging, or his rook is hanging. Okay, well, yeah, can't I just take on g2 twice here? And there's a fork here, so I think I might be able to take, and then check. Excuse me. So, how about a check? If he takes with the G pawn, then we have check. And then there's a fork here. And we're covering rook d1. If he moves the king instead, I still have the fork. I think this works. Okay, so far so good. We have a check on c2. If he doesn't give up the queen, then we have a fork, so this should be winning. And I think I can take here and then queen g1. So take, yeah, he recaptures. I take again, and he recaptures, and then I have this check. And I do think that's winning. But it is kind of scary, but I think that's winning. And check should be mate in 2. And so far, so good. I'm 7 minutes in here. Okay, so how about a check this way? When white has one legal move. And then is this mate? It looks like a mate in 2. And we are white. So let's look at this check here. If, let's say, king f8. Then I can give a check. And then check there. That looks pretty good. Bing, bang, boom. Bang, boom is mate. Okay, so he can't go to f8. If he goes to g8, I don't know if that's any different. Check. Yeah, that's no different. And if he goes, yeah, so that should be winning. Yeah, so we just go check and then take on e7. Okay. So let's look at this check here. If king f6, that looks like a dead end. So how about we go to g7? That's looking good. Because if the king goes to the back rank, then I can take the rook with check. And if he blocks, then we have a deflection. So I think it's check, and then we take the queen. Okay, 30 at 9 minutes. Good. Okay, so we're down a knight. I think I can take his knight here, and then we have the fork. And at the end of all of that, we should be up some pawns. And we're threatening to take this one, but we'll be up. We'll be up a pawn, and I'm threatening to take another pawn. So I think that should be good. And we are white. So we are white. Can I don't think I can I take here? Because if he recaptures, then I just take his queen. And I should be able to stop all those pawns. And if he takes my rook, yeah, then that's a little bit hard to assess, because then he's going to have a rook against two minors, and that's difficult to assess. Yeah, I don't know. I don't love this so much. That seems kind of equal. So what if I gave a check like this? So this way, if he takes, I can take his queen, and I still have a rook. Still, that's kind of still hard to. Okay, what about queen g5? I might have to get a clef drop. If he blocks with the rook, then I can take, right? And then I can take here. If he moves the king to h8, again, I can take. If he goes here, then again, I can take. So I think it's queen g5. And yeah, we take, and then we take on e1. Okay, so we are white. I think I've got a breakthrough here, so we just trade these off, and then f5 should be winning. You know, he can bring in the king, but he's going to be way too slow. So that should be winning. Okay, we have no queen. But his queen might be trapped here. Bishop f1. He can't go here. He does have h5 though, so queen h5. And then what? Okay, so maybe it's bishop g5. I think it might be bishop or bishop g4. I think it's bishop g4. And if he gives me a check, I can just take with the rook. So I think it's bishop g4, and then we have this fork. Okay. 13 minutes in here. I think, I mean, we have to look at this. And then, yeah, then we have check. And then I'll be up in knight. So a lot of these so far. I love them. They're always satisfying. Always satisfying to do. Okay, can I take... He has to recapture. And then if I go check, then I have bishop b5, I think. Yeah, that should be a win. Hang on. Yeah. Okay, some fun puzzles today. Okay, so can I take and then either push or take? So right now, it's equal material. I'm down a pawn. So if I take, and then I think I have to take the bishop, otherwise his bishop is covering everything. Yeah, so then I take the bishop, and I'm threatening to go rook b8. All right. And he can't stop that with his queen. Now, what if he goes knight d7? I'm still up material there. That should be winning. Yeah, then rook b8 here. Because he can't take with a knight because I promote. And if he takes with a queen, then I take and I'm up in knight. Yeah, that one was tricky. Okay, 16 minutes in here. Doing great. We are black. Yeah, we need to find a mate. So let's start with the rook. If king a3, looks like it's a dead end. I think there is a check here. And then if he runs, but yeah, that's looking a little. Actually, why don't I just go here? Rook f2. That's still some work, though, even because if he takes it, it's a queen against a rook and a knight. But my pawns are so good, you would think that's winning. So it's probably just rook f2. I mean, that should be winning. Yeah. Okay, we are white. We have a fork, but we're down a queen and a knight. Or a queen and a bishop. But can we actually give mate here? I think we can. I think it's a mate in 2, and then rook g7. And just rook g7. So the key is to not go after the shiny object of the queen. Last one. This is a great time. 18 minutes in here. Can I take the bishop? So right now it's equal material. If he takes with the knight, then I take his queen, and then after he recaptures, I take his knight, and I'm up 2 pieces. If he takes with the queen, that could be a problem. Okay, so what if I take the knight on c6 first? He can't take with the queen because I'll... Well, if I take here and then rook e8... Can I... Then I've got queen b4, I think. Yeah, so we take on c6. If queen c6, we can take on e7. One of the rooks goes to e8, and then we have queen b4 just hanging on. And if he takes with the pawn, then same thing. I think we take on e7. And then after, yeah, then we can come back here. So I think this is right. It's scary to play this, but yeah, and we're done. And that was just under 20 minutes. Great time. I'll get one wrong on purpose now. That was good, man. 20 minutes. That was good. Okay, I'm gonna play a game. Yeah, that really went well. Okay, playing Mad Hikari. Newish account. Okay. Ooh, 20 minutes. That was good. Wow. What do we got here? An Alpin. Why does it look weird to me? Why does it look weird to me? It looks weird. That's not a good sign. Not a good sign. I have so much difficulty remembering the Alpin. And hello, Synchronium. Main variation against the Open Sicilian. I play the Najdorf. Okay, so trying to remember the basics here. I think you can also take, but I have so much trouble remembering the move orders here. And and again, I think you can go either knight b6 or you can take on e5. I think both work, but I usually go knight b6. Programming archives. I'm not sure. Maybe I'm 1% better than yesterday. Okay, and yeah, time to remember things here. Now, is it bishop d7? I wonder, because I don't know if I like this so much. I'm not a huge fan of that. So what about a6? And just see what he has planned. If d5, I think I'm okay with taking. I mean, I'm not sure. I don't know. The Alpin really messes me up. I do wonder if I could also take here. But then knight takes e5 is a little uncomfortable. Yeah, I just don't like him taking here. But you know what? I'm gonna try it. I'm gonna play it. No, wait. But there's also d5, which I don't love. I could maybe go e6, e6, d5 again. Then I can take. Okay, let's try e6 here. I don't know. I hate the Alpin. I just get so confused. I get so confused. So now we have a bad light squared bishop, but so be it. Okay. So I think I want a castle. So just bishop e7 now, because I don't think anything else has really changed in the position. So let's go bishop e7 and pick up the pace a little bit. So now d5 could be a problem. Feels like a problem. So I could go d5, but then my light squared bishop is just getting more and more enraged. But you know what? At this point, because I'm just so confused, I might go for that. Yeah. So I'm sure I played this terribly. This is like a bad French. But I'm wasting too much time on this. So I think it's time to castle. And I do not like what had happened. I don't like what happened there at all. And now we're going to make white make some. He might go to d3 because this is a lot for white to play. So I think it's time to break. So we'll do that with f6. Hopefully there's no immediate what do you call it? Greek gifts here. I don't think there is. But yeah, so I somehow got tricked into playing some type of bad French structure, which I don't know how to play, but I know that f6 is a common break. Yeah, that's very annoying because I don't have any way to deal with it. I wonder, can I give him h7? You know, can I allow this? I don't think so because he's going to get his other pawn back. I don't think I have d5. Do I have d5 there? Maybe he takes with the knight then. I still might have d5 there. But then he has this. It gets tricky. He might have rook a d1. So, yeah, I think I might have to play f5. It's just I just hate what happened. I mean, I just played this so terribly. And then I'm just dead if I play f5. Is there a way? Can I get away with g6 here? I don't think so. That's just going to hurt me too. I think I'm going to play f5. But this is terrible. Maybe I can put the bishop somewhere here eventually. Excuse me. Okay, he's okay. Maybe G6. I know this looks weird, and probably it is weird. It's probably not good. Because I'm thinking eventually I might want to play F4. What about G5? Then it's kind of like a Dutch. So G5. And are we going to do that? I'm desperate now. Am I overcompensating? Yes, I am. But the opening just went so bad. I'm desperate for something. Okay, so I don't know what I'm threatening here. I don't want to push the f pawn because there's still bishop h7. Is g4 a threat? I don't know if it's a threat, but I think it's playable. Okay. Do I want to play it immediately? Okay, I'm going to play it. So knight d2, and then I could. Does this force anything? Because he's got f4. His f4 move? I don't think so, because then I have en passant, right? Or do I? I think I do. So knight d2, bishop g5. If f4, I think I just have en passant there. Oh, then he's rook f3. He's got rook f3. Oh, it goes there. Maybe I just let him lock it down, and then we have a closed position. So maybe I'll do that. But do I want to trade this off? This is a pretty good bishop. But let's just go here first, I think. Yeah, let's just get some development on the queen side going. And not sure what he's planning there. Maybe I don't know. Okay. And let's line up the rook with his queen. And these knights are pretty useless. All of these three pieces are all useless. Yeah, this is really bad. Maybe can I go here and trade this off? I played this so terribly. I need to get my knights into the game. I don't know how to do that though. Let's go here to start, okay? And then maybe I can put a knight on e7. Okay. Now, do I want to trade this? Okay. Controversial trade. Controversial trade, but oh, he takes it. I thought I could win this. Okay, so how about we get in here? Is that worth a move? It can't be that bad, right? Let's just get in there. Okay, and then we'll go to h3. Well, that I'm not so sure about. Okay, this, yeah, my pieces really suck. Do I have time for that? I don't think so. My pieces are just so bad. Okay, you know what? We're going to go here to try to get this knight in somehow. And yeah, this is very awkward. Can I push here? No, that's dangerous. Okay, we're going to go here. This is looking very bad, though. At least this bishop has a little role now. And yeah, so if knight g2, I think I want to retreat. Is there any benefit in keeping up the pressure? Okay, well now okay. Can we do this? This is dangerous, but I feel like I can move. So we'll go here. And then I'll go king h8 once I can. Which is probably the next move. These knights are still completely useless. But this bishop is now good. I mean, or at least it's decent. So we've solved the problem. Oh, he wants to trade now. He's scared. I will trade. Ooh, can we take there? We don't have Zug. Okay, so first let's get off of this, or do we want to? Yeah, let's go this way. Because I can almost take here. I have a discovery on his rook, but I would need something else. So we almost. Okay. Where do I go? Okay, we're going to go here, offer this trade. He forgot about it. He just forgot about his rook. Okay, so now it's a battle on the clock. And there's no increment, so this is a real concern. I'm going to stay here. I was thinking about going to d1. But I like the prospect of potentially going to f3. I think I want to trade the other rook, so this would be my next move. Okay, well, let's just... Okay, so he's going to run this. I might play h5. Okay. Okay, no talking. I got to focus here. I'm so low on the clock. I got so many. I can go here. I have so many good options. do it this way. Mm. 43 seconds. Oh, God. I wonder if I should have just locked in his rook, but I don't know. Okay, so where am I going next? We can go here. Oh, shit! Okay, well, it's not the end of the world, but... Actually, can I go check first? No. 36 seconds. Ay, ay, ay. Come on, mouse. Come on, mouse. Oh, that did nothing. Okay, I can go here. Come on. 28 seconds. Come on, come on, come on. And then... I'm going to flag. I should have went here, maybe. That would have made sense. There now. I think he needs to move his king. He can't go there. He can't go there. So he's in a tough spot here. I think he has to go for this. And that's fine. It's a fine move. So he's got to go bishop c3. And then we'll try to improve this, but my pieces suck. My rook sucks and my knight sucks. So we're going to get in here. And I'm going to flag. Because that's how the cookie crumbles. Now we're threatening b2. He can try for the a pawn. But the thing is, I have no time. I got 11 seconds. And that sucks. It just sucks. Okay, so he goes here and then what? Check. Can I pre-move this? Okay, I am going to. I'll just go there. Pre-move this or push here. Can I pre-move that? I can't pre-move anything. I will pre-move it. So tense. Can't even blink because I have no time. Okay. Check. Can't pre-move that. Ooh, God. 2 seconds. I'm going to stalemate him. Because I have to just pre-move everything. Oh my god. Oh! I'm very lucky I didn't stalemate him. Because I didn't plan any of that. You know, I wasn't planning. That was unplanned. I was just hoping there won't be a stalemate there. But, oh god. 1 second. Oh, that was 98 moves. Oh god. I need to relax after that. Somebody give me a whiskey or something. Oh, blah, 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 blah. Oh god. Oh man. Yeah, my heart is thumping. Boom, 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 boom. So that's my heart rate now. Somebody puts, you know, you could reverse engineer that to get the beats per minute. Oh, I'm still winding down from that. That was a lot of pressure. Okay, it was very tense. I can't tell you how tense that was. That was so tense. Oh, geez. Okay, so let's take a look at that. So yeah, I mean, I burned all my time in the opening. I just can't remember the Alabin. It's just, I'm sure it happens to you guys too. There's just certain openings that, for whatever reason, you just can't get a hold on. You can't get a grip on. You just forget. You forget the ideas. You forget the theory, and that's for me one of those. I mean, there's several of those, but one of those is the Alapin. I just get really, confused because there's a lot of like similar subtle move orders. And I just I burned a lot of time here in the opening, not remembering. I mean, I'm sure E6 is not best, but I don't know. I get so confused in the Alapin. So I got this like terrible French position, and I think he played it very well. Now, was there something else I could have done here? Or am I screwed? Excuse me, or am I screwed? Sorry, I've got COVID, if anyone's wondering. That's why I'm coughing so much. I don't know. This seemed all kind of necessary, but then I wonder if I could have saved time by playing F5 here to begin with. Right? That might have saved me a move, because F6, I just didn't get Queen C2 in for free. So maybe it was better to just go F5 here. Excuse me. And yeah, I had to kind of go for it here because I can't just sit around and wait to die. I felt maybe I can, but what am I going to do, right? What is black going to do here? Because we have less space and we have a terrible bishop. So I fought for some space, and I'm not sure about this knight e2. I don't know if that's the best way to play. And then a controversial move, I took on f4. I don't think you should have taken with the g-pawn. I think that's bad. That has to be a mistake. And I don't know. This is probably not good, but because this is my good bishop. But one of the reasons I took is, well, it's a closed position, so I didn't love him having a knight for one thing. And I don't know. I didn't really have a huge reason behind the move. I kind of wanted a little bit more space as well, so I thought trading might make sense. And I think GF is probably not good. There's no reason why like why should he kill his bishop? Now he's got two bad bishops, so because his other bishop's got potential here, right? He could put it on f6 in some cases. I think he was being too fancy here. I feel that this. Okay, I'm gonna get a cough drop. This is too much coughing. Okay. I started out okay. I started the stream out okay without coughing. Yeah. Ricola. Where was I? Yeah, so Queen H4. Yeah, so I thought he'd probably play Knight G2. I didn't really have much of a plan here, but I thought I might be able to distract him long enough to get something going. But my main problem is my terrible bishop. But he played King H1, which I think was slow. Tried to improve the bishop. Not sure about F3. And now suddenly my bishop is fine. And he offers this queen trade. Not sure about that. Like, what's wrong with bringing up his bishop in and doing something like this? Or trading off his light squared bishop. I don't know. But I decided to trade queens because, well, I didn't have much time. And yeah, tried to improve the king. I didn't go king h8 because I was worried if we make some trades, my king might end up too passive and it might also get stuck on the h file. And yeah, then he hung a rook. I mean, that obviously helped tremendously. So he just gave me a free rook for nothing. And I mean, I needed that. So I'm up a full rook, but I was so low on the clock here. In fact, let's go to the analysis board, not looking at it with the engine, but just so we can see how much time I had here. I had 59 seconds here. And yeah, he traded and he tried to trap my bishop, but I said no. And then his knight started annoying me. And then, yeah, I walked into this fork. Not the end of the road, not the end of the world, though, because I am up a full rook. So I give back the exchange. And it actually helps me simplify. So I didn't like that I allowed that, but I knew I was still winning here. And I had 28 seconds here. No increment. So I didn't take because I was scared of rook b1. And yeah, I think that just loses a piece. So it's a good thing I didn't do that. And kind of, yeah, burned some time here doing some repositioning. And he's just trying to burn some of my clock here. Then I grabbed the B pawn and I have 8 seconds here. Come on, guys. That's a good conversion, right? I'm on the wrong screen. Here, look at that. I have 8 seconds. I played another. This goes to move 98. Can you guys see that? I did that with 8 seconds. Come on, guys. You guys know how slow of a player I am. You got to give me credit for that, right? Seriously? What's the math on that? 98 minus 52. What is that? What is that? 47 moves? I made 47 moves in 8 seconds. Come on. For me, that's good. I mean, I'm proud of that. Or 40, is that 46? Yeah, so 46 moves. 46 moves in 8 seconds. Seriously. What, what's the average? Let's see. 46 moves divided by 8. No, 8 divided by 46, right? 8 divided by 46. That's an average of 0.17 seconds. So a fifth of a second per move for 46 moves on average. Okay, sorry. That's crazy though, because this goes on for another 46 moves from here. I only had 8 seconds. Okay, so check, and I wasn't pre-moving here because I don't know. I'm scared to pre-move, and yeah, here I was pre-moving a little bit. Like half of my moves were pre-moves. And see, this is why I didn't want to pre-move, because he's got stuff like this. See, I mean, I guess I could have done, but it's too dangerous to pre-move here. If I pre-move this, he could play like bishop d2, right? If he plays bishop d2 and I queen, then he just takes my queen. You see, so I couldn't really afford to pre-move. It's a big gamble to pre-move here. And even if I did something else, like pretend this pawn isn't here, if I pre-moved, I won't be able to recapture the rook. So that's why I don't want to pre-move, because your opponent can be tricky. So I wasn't pre-moving here, and I had 4.9 seconds. So yeah, I had 5 seconds here, and I still played like another 40-something moves, which is crazy. Okay, so I queen, and around here, I guess I still wasn't pre-moving because I spent half a second to take this pawn. And then here I spend another half second, so I still wasn't pre-moving yet. And then now I start to pre-move, I think. Yeah, because now we have some pre-moves in here, which is why it was so incredibly inaccurate. These are all pre-moves. I probably should have taken the bishop, but I mean, this wasn't even a pre-move, but. And then I wanted to lock in a guaranteed draw at this point, because I had 1 second. And he's got 3 pieces. So I wanted to lock in a guaranteed draw, so I just wanted to vacuum up everything. And so I only have 1.8 seconds on the clock. In fact, I think I pre-moved for the rest of the game now. Yeah, so there's another 30 moves in the game that are all pre-moves. So that's why, again, it's inaccurate. But I wanted to lock in a... I ended up not going for this pawn because it would have been too tricky for me to figure that out. So I just started pushing these pawns. And I got a queen. I'm very lucky I didn't stalemate him. Because again, yeah, I'm just pre-moving everything here. Finally, I grabbed that last pawn, so I'm guaranteed a draw. And I just get a second queen. And yeah, I mean, very lucky. He should have spent a little bit more time trying to walk into a stalemate, but... I can understand why he didn't, and because it forces me to keep pre-moving. And yeah, I'm just very lucky I didn't stalemate him. I should have given checks, but I couldn't do that when I'm pre-moving, right? I can't guarantee anything. And yeah, and then we had this mate. So I think he could have maybe played a little bit better around here, because... Maybe, no, I guess he didn't have a choice, right? No, this was forced, yeah, so. But why did he, oh yeah, I guess he had to go to the back rank, so. Yeah, and then we get the win. Wow, that's just crazy though. Can you imagine if we flip the board, and at this point, like, if you flip the board, and if you were white here, let's say you're white here. Your opponent has 6 seconds. Okay, even that, it's not the best. Maybe like around, let's say around here, right? Your opponent has 2 seconds. I'm just looking at it from his point of view here. Like, I had 2 seconds here, and then I give up I only had 1 second. Like, if you're white in this position, I don't know. You probably think you have a pretty good chance of winning, right? Because I mean, white has 3 pieces here, and your opponent has 1.8 seconds, no increment. So this must have been annoying for him, right? Because I had 1.8 seconds. Okay, sorry, I'm just enjoying that because it was just crazy. Okay. Okay, so let's look at that with the engine. I gotta enjoy stuff like that because I always get flagged, right? So it's nice to be on the other end for once. Okay, I think the cough drop is helping, hey? Not coughing as much. Okay, with the engine, yeah, this is kind of what it felt like. And then he drops the rook. I mean, I'm very fortunate. But yeah, the opening went so bad, hey? So yeah, so e6 was not bad, but it wasn't the best. Looks like taking on taking on e5 or bishop d7 are the main lines. And then it hated d5. Well, maybe not hate, but it didn't like d5. I should have just castled here. I don't know. I get so flummoxed. Yeah, I castles, and then if he plays d5, I can just take on d5, I think. But it looks weird, right? Doesn't this look weird? See you later, Nebula. Thanks for stopping by. I mean, it looks weird to me. I feel uncomfortable with that. And it didn't like g5. It's suggesting knight a5. And then what? Like, let's just say he goes king h1. And it wants to go into c4. And then I guess we're getting this bishop. And then probably it wants to go bishop b7, rook c8. So I guess, okay, I guess knight a5 was an idea. And I just want to play a little bit calmly. g5 was a little too much, but it wasn't terrible. It was playable. It didn't like g4 either. Again, it wants to go... Okay, no, this is a little weird. It wants to go knight c4. How does that work? So if he takes... And then... f4 and then g4. Oh, geez. You can tell I'm not an aggressive player. And then f3. Crazy. Yeah, that's a bit speculative, though. It's an idea, though. It would have been an idea. That's pretty crazy, though, knight c4. Okay, I'm going to play another game. Still not happy with how I played. Like, the opening just went... That was a disaster. Okay, playing white against Fatrick. Scandi on board. I'm going to change. Am I in the right scene? Yes, I am. So we have a modern Scandi. If bishop g4, this is the line I was talking about yesterday that my opponent didn't play. Yeah, this is what my opponent played yesterday. And yeah, we had this opening yesterday, but I actually didn't. No, yeah, I briefly looked at it after. So I think last time my opponent... Oh, yeah. So remember, if anyone was here yesterday, I think I played h3, and then I remembered that it's not good because of knight c6. There's weird stuff, and the knight goes to d4. So bishop e2 is actually the main line. So at least we've evolved from yesterday, because h3 is not quite as good. Now, I didn't actually look after, I didn't look beyond bishop e2, so that sucks. So what about knight e5? Knight e5, if he takes on e2, I guess we have to recapture, and then what do I think about that? I don't love it. H3, does this make any sense? Because aren't I... Well, okay. I wonder, yeah, then I can probably take on c6, right? So maybe I can go h3 now. And then if bishop h5, I might go g4 and then knight e5. It's always uncomfortable to play, but I think it's good, right? Bishop h5, g4, bishop g6, knight e5. And then if knight b d7, okay, it gives me this check. So if I go knight b d2, then my bishop is a little awkward, but I might have time to play a3 and then b4 and then get that sorted. So I wonder if I can play this. I'm not worried about takes because I'm on b7. I wonder about knight b d2. But maybe there's stuff like knight e4. a3. It'll kind of work out the same, right? No, that's still good for me. I wonder if I can play this. Is e5 a problem? I don't think so. I'm on his bishop, right? So takes. Then he was e5. Oh god, knight b d2. Okay, I'm gonna try this. This might be too much though. This might be too much. I mean, I could have been normal and played bishop d2 or knight c3. Okay, I think I want a castle now. Just because I don't like being pinned. But now I can't really play g4, I don't think. So first of all, let's play a3 to get that resolved. And then knight e5, this hangs. Yeah, I don't know if this was good. b4 and then knight b3. I'm not so sure about, I don't know about that one. I don't know about this knight bd2. It's awkward, Okay. Knight c6, knight b3. Okay, so now knight b3, I think. Maybe bishop b2, but no, I think we want d4 defended. So let's do that. And then this is kind of a weird position for white. Maybe knight e5 next. Could still consider it. If takes, I don't know how much I love that. Maybe bishop f4. Yeah, that seems decent, right? Let's go bishop f4, taking control of this diagonal so that I can't put a queen or a bishop on this diagonal, and just getting my bishop off the back rank. I think I like that move. And then, okay, and then knight e5, maybe, and then we take with the bishop, maybe. So if takes, because he's on c4, I think I want to take with the bishop. And then if knight d7, I think that's playable. I don't know. I'm not too worried about f6. So yeah, maybe knight e5 next. Maybe. Okay, he's on c4. I mean, g4 is still playable, but it's not really my cup of tea. You know, takes. Yeah, I don't love that type of commitment. Yeah, so knight e5. I think I'm gonna go knight e5. I'm gonna go knight e5, and we will pre-move the recapture. And now what? Queen c7. I have maybe knight g6. And if h6, then maybe rook a d1. Okay. Yeah, so maybe rook a d1 here. So let's do that. And then we will take with the bishop, I think. Actually, I could take with the d pawn. But what do I think about that? Queen c7. Yeah, big choice here. Could also take with the queen, but then there's knight d7. I might take it with a pawn. Okay, I'm going to take it with a pawn. Pawn on e5 is supposed to be a good attacking position, right? But we only have 2 minor pieces. That's what gives me some hesitation. Okay. How about this, right? This has to be decent. So we shall play it. Oh, it drops a pawn though. Can we afford to drop that pawn? Bishop h6. But then he got queen a5. Queen e5. Damn. Okay. So, okay, and he's gonna, damn. Okay. Okay, you know what? I am going to play c5. Yes, I know this. He gets to plug the hole, but then he plugs the hole, right? Works both ways. Then he can't trade rooks as easily. So, and his bishop also gets a bit more entombed. So, knight d5. Maybe I still go queen g4 and we go for this trade. But then again, my pawns are on dark squares. What do I think about that? Yeah, I don't know if I want to trade because his bishop sucks. So let's keep this. Oh, do the fork. I think I have to give him the bishop. Okay. Okay, he gets the bishop. And then if he tries to trade rooks, maybe I just trade all the rooks because I'm not sure I'm not sure about the endgame. The knight against his dark squared bishop here. I'm not sure how to assess that because my pawns are on dark squares, so he might be able to gobble them up. And my e5 pawn might be a little bit lonely. Right, so knight f4, queen f4, and it goes rook a d8. We can trade. No, I'm not so sure about that. 7 pawns, both sides of the board. And he can start breaking here. It's probably somewhat equal, but I 4 pawns on dark squares and they're pushed, so it's hard to put them on light squares. Yeah, it makes me concerned. Can I go knight d4? And I don't think so. I don't think there's really anything here for white. Okay, this is an idea. That's 100% an idea. Knight a5, b4. Could almost sack the exchange. Not the worst idea. It does give me a passed pawn, protected passed pawn. It's interesting. I don't know which way we do it. Probably take with the e pawn. Okay, yeah, he wants to do all this. So yeah, I'm not sure about this b. Excuse me, this b5 move. Can I get here through a different route? Yes, I could, but then that's letting him double up, which I don't want. So we're gonna try for this one, but the b5. Maybe I can just start attacking the c6 pawn then. Okay, what if he goes rook? But then he's slow, right? Yeah, then he's slow. So yeah, so b5. Maybe I have attacking. I attack this. Yeah, but no. Then he comes here. Actually, what about en passant? Yeah, maybe en passant there. So b5 en passant, and then because this is the square I want. Whoa, I missed that. Damn. Okay, I think I just have to give him that pawn. Damn. Yeah. Fat chick. Okay. Queen c7. Rook d5. Whoa, really? I don't know about that, man. Rook and pawn endgames are pretty josh. I know I'm down a pawn, but I don't know if he should have done this. I have chances for draw now. I mean, obviously black is better. He's up a pawn. Oh boy, so where do my chances lie? Okay, we're gonna take after this. So boom, boom. I don't think that's the right way. This. Here. Can I pre-move this? I should be able to. Well, no, maybe not, because you might have f6. I think you should go f6 anyways. Okay, so if f6, what am I doing? Okay, can I push? Yeah, I think I can push here. Okay, because then it's gonna be 5 against 4, which is a theoretical draw, but we want to keep trading pawns here. So 5 against 4. So I'm doing well. This is a theoretical draw now, I think, but it doesn't mean it's easy. Okay. So, I mean, it's definitely not easy. So let's get the king in. And I mean it's definitely not easy. I don't even know what I'm supposed to do. Okay, just make a move before flag. I don't know what I'm doing after h5. Probably I want the king here. And oh shit. Okay, I've got f4. Yeah. Okay, so we have to do that. Did I screw up here? He's got this. Hey, crap. Okay, why did he have to think about that? Yeah, I screwed it up, eh? This is bad now. I definitely had a draw there, 100%. Okay, well, no, there's not a draw anymore. I screwed that up somehow. Maybe I shouldn't have brought the king in front of my pawns. It can't be the right way to do it. Oh, fuck. Okay. Oh, it's kind of lame. He's got a high RD. You know, there's no reason he should get 8 points for that game, but yeah. Interesting. He seemed to play bad, and then he, like here, this is equal, and then I screwed up. Somehow I screwed up here. Okay, yeah, that was not a good game. So this was, excuse me, I played the opening fine. It's much better for white. And then what went wrong? I already forgot. So it actually wants me to take... No, I guess I could take either way. It slightly prefers taking Mr. Bishop, though. And it didn't love c5. So it didn't actually want that. It's not the worst move, though. But yeah, it prefers taking with the bishop here, hey? Maybe I can like do a rook lift. Maybe that's one of the reasons why. Yeah, because this hurts my bishop, but it's not the worst. It's not the worst move. And yeah, this is all equal. It didn't love knight a5, but I liked my idea to go to d6. Now, you know what's interesting? I was considering rook d6, and this is actually one of the top moves. Reminds me of a chapter in Jeremy Silman's How to Reassess Your Chess, 4th edition. It just didn't seem like quite enough for me. You know, probably we want to put the knight on e6 eventually, but it didn't seem like quite enough. Like if I had another pawn or I got another pawn here or something, I want something a little bit more to play that. But at least it was on my radar. I did consider it. And then this is where things fell apart. I just didn't see bishop c5 here. That's why this is not good. That's too bad. Otherwise, I mean, but we're still fine here. It actually wants me to take on b7, which I didn't see. Could they get a pawn back? Didn't see that. Yeah, that's a good low desperado. And now I'm just worse. But then he screwed up here. He took with the wrong pawn. I thought for sure he's going to take with the e pawn. And now we're back in the game. And this was all fine, and we're equal here. And then where did I screw up? So apparently c6 was a blunder. I thought this is equal. Okay, that's surprising. I thought for sure this is equal. I thought, that's weird, eh? I thought this is equal. I know that the more pawns there are, the less drawish it is, but what if I edit this to make it 4 versus 3? So let's take these two pawns off and then analyze it. Now it's equal. Wow. I mean, I knew that. I knew that the more pawns there are, the greater the advantage it is for the side with more pawns. But maybe 4 versus 3 is the maximum amount where you can still draw. Or maybe it has something to do with the fact maybe this pawn is too weak. That could be why. Because the only way to defend it is with the f pawn, and then where white starts to get a little bit stretched, a little bit thin here. So g6 and g5 are the only winning moves, but g5 is the best move because it stops f4. So yeah, so that's another. Yeah, that's interesting. Hey, that's another reason. But it's saying that black is still winning here. Yeah, but it's not so simple. You got to find h6. Who the hell is playing that? I don't even know what that's about. It's the only winning move. Because it supports g5. Oh, it undermines e4 or e5. Yeah, so I think that's one of the reasons why this isn't a draw, is that this becomes a liability because it can only be defended with f4, and so there's ways for black to undermine this pawn. But yeah, I mean, I thought I had a theoretical draw of 5 versus 4, but I bet you if this pawn was further back, further back, maybe we can hold a draw. So let me look at that here. Let me bring this pawn back to e3. And then look at it. Yeah, now it's a draw. So it's because this pawn can become a liability when it's over, stretched, a bit too far. So this is a draw, but with a pawn on e5, it's a win for black. So that's good to know. That's too bad, yeah, because I thought I had a draw here. Otherwise, I wouldn't have pushed the pawn, right? I pushed it because I thought 5 versus 4, but yeah, this is a factor. So instead, I should have played anything else, really. Anything else can hold a draw here with proper play. Yeah, anything else. That's too bad. I thought I was being smart with c6 here. And then we are equal again here. So bringing the king in front of my pawns was fine. But this was my blunder. Yeah, because now rook c4, he's going to win the pawn, or he's going to go here, which is what happened. Yeah, and he played this perfect too. I mean, he really played this perfect. Rook g4. I mean, that's good technique there. The only winning move. Because he makes me commit to protecting the h-pawn. And then I can't play f4. So very, very good technique there at the end. And he played that. He played that right away. I don't know if I would have found that so quickly. Yeah. Okay. But good to know. Good to know about that. Again, how did I screw up again? Oh, yeah, this little tactic. So I missed this tactic, and then I missed a way out. And then this is a good little lesson. The more pawns there are, same side, the less likely you can draw. And I should have factored in this e pawn. If it was further back, I can hold a draw, but this otherwise it's a liability. Okay, going to play another game here. Playing a brand new account, and we say no thank you. 1 week old. Screw you. Okay, we have another account. Here we go. We're black. Check over? No. Okay, we have an Eidorf on board with the Sozen line. And I'm going to entice bishop e6, but he won't play it. Okay, and then I think I'm going bishop e7 here. Bishop e7, e5. I think this is good, and then we can just take on e5. F4. So queen b6 does nothing because there's always bishop e3. I think, unless I have knight g4. No, I don't have knight g4. This is very early, it feels. What about b5? There's knight c6. Do I castle? f5? e5? Ugh. Maybe. Okay, I'm going to castle here. Castle c e5. Takes. Okay. Yeah, I don't know. e5 looks a little scary. Ooh, I brought 2 cough drops with me. So he does play f5. Yeah, I don't know. I think I've had a position before like this, and I got crushed. This looks very scary. So e5. Yeah, I think I want to play e5 here, but this looks very scary. And he's playing quick. And this guy beat me 2-0 in the past. Is it time to take this bishop? It's not going anywhere, so I don't really want to take it. What about queen b6, knight g4? He can still play bishop e3, though. And then his rook is just getting on the 3rd rank. What about if I take and then check and then knight g4? Could I do that? Could I do that? Take. Queen b6, check. Just Still bishop e3. So no. Maybe b5 here. Bishop, is this the thing? Take. Yeah, I'm not sure about that. Maybe I should take this bishop. I don't know, but I'm taking it. And then b5, knight d5, then bishop b7. Okay, so wait, he can take here. Well, then I've got queen b6, I think. Okay, maybe b5 here. Threatening nothing. Threatening nothing, but threatening bishop b7 maybe. Okay, let's do this. G4, G5. Yikes. Okay, he can't go G4 right away. Okay. Do I have knight G4 here? Knight G4 takes check. Can I do that? I don't know. It's a little complicated. Or should I just recapture? Then there's knight d5. Then I have a check. I don't like that knight there on d5 though. Okay, boom, bang, queen b6. Check. It's complicated. I think he's got to play rook e3. But then I can... Okay, can I do that? I'm not sure, but I'm playing it. Knight g4. Takes on e7, queen b6. This is the computer's favorite tactic. The computer loves this type of thing, putting a knight on g4, queen on b6. Yeah, so it takes on e7. I think I can go queen b6 here. Okay, he protects f2. Can I take and then queen b6? Can I take and then queen b6 here? I think I can. So let's play it and hope it works out. Oh, yeah, I think that works, eh? Oh, he's got knight takes. So stupid. God, he didn't even have to think, man. He spent 58 seconds total. Jesus. He doesn't even have to think. He doesn't even have to think. Okay, still give a check. Maybe, did this still work? Okay, it still works, eh? So we have check. And it's scary, though. I don't know if I want to give him h1. Check. Okay, I'm going to play it, though. I'll come back, and then I'm threatening f2. Yeah, I think I should just come back, because what else do I have? Very scary, though. So what if he defends it? Or maybe he just goes here, king d1. Okay, he defends it that way. Let's play this. Hopefully there's nothing. I mean, this looks pretty bad for me, but okay, we're gonna go here. If he gets this, I might have this check, but he can still run. He's actually very safe. I think my king is actually ironically weaker here. Yeah, because this is. I mean, that pawn's a monster here. So I might go for this, and then it's just not enough. It's just not enough. He's scared though. He's playing weird. I think. Do I want to play h5? I mean, that's got to be bad. Okay, let's go. Okay, let's go back. And maybe d5. Yeah. d5. Crack it open. Crack it open. Crack it. His king is not safe. So d5 is a big threat here. Yeah, we just play d5. And if he goes g5, okay. And we'll take with, with what? Might take it with the bishop, actually. No, okay, we'll take it tonight. I don't know. I had to make a move. And we attack again. That was a blunder. Hey, I just dropped the pawn. Okay. Okay, we take here because we've got this. Okay, so we'll go check. Oh, he's got this here. There's got to be something here, right? Check. Where's the win? Okay, I'm gonna go here. Unfortunately, this doesn't work because of queen c3. Can I take here somehow? Maybe. Bing, bang, boom. He wants this. Oh, he wants here too. Okay, so take. Okay. We gotta take some risks here. Oh, he just goes here? Damn. Okay, he's blinking now. He does have a bad connection. 2-bar connection. So here, and give me something. Give me something. It just takes... I don't have anything. I threw everything at him. And his king ended up being too safe in the end. It's too bad. Yeah, I'm sure I was winning there. I just didn't have the time to figure it out. I guess the sacrifice was probably too much. That's too bad. Okay, I'll resign here. Okay, go straight to the engine on that one. I'm sure I was winning. I just didn't have enough time. So this guy's now three zip against me. Yeah, look at that. Look at that. Ooh, I just ran out of time there. Yeah, completely winning here. So I played this well. And then, I was happy to play d5. It's not the best move. Best move is b4. Yeah, a b4 makes sense, but I didn't see that. But we're still better here. And then this was a mistake, hey? Rook a d8. Then it's only equal. It wants to go rook f. No, it wants to go rook a c8. For reasons nobody knows. Is it just to stop c4? Is that? I think it's just to stop c4. And it wants to take with the bishop instead of the knight. And then e4 check. Yeah, I just needed more time here, you know. Just needed more time. Yeah, it's unfortunate. Because I like to find the best moves, but it always comes at a cost. And I just don't have enough time to think here. And we've lost the advantage here too. I'm just surprised that his king can stay there. But yeah, b4 would have made more sense, you know, just b4, knight d5, and trade everything. And still would have been tough though, because we still have to grind this out, and I had very little time. So where did I burn all my time? From moves 10 to 15. Yeah, because I was doing all this calculating, eh? But this, yeah, I played this correctly. E5, because this F4 F4 push was kind of premature. I guess that's actually the main line. But yeah, I played this fine. B5, yeah, but I just spent too long to get here, and I spent a minute and a half on this knight g4. But it was the best move, and I played all this perfectly. I just spent too long to get there. Yeah, I just played this all perfect. Too bad, eh? Really played that perfect. Just too slow on the journey there. Okay, I'll play another one. Hello, Vivek. Why don't I play with increment? I've told everybody this story 100 times. Does anybody know? This is interesting. Okay. G6, E5. Okay. This is there's a Magnus line very similar to this, where the queen goes to D2, but it's not against A6. And so I'm playing a similar setup where you put the bishop on H6. Now, I don't think this is a problem. I think I can play F6 here. So I'm going to trade these off. I think. And now I'm without a bishop for my little fianchetto here. So this might not be the best way to have played this. Okay, so I don't want knight f6, I don't think, because of e5. Would I have knight g4? No, I wouldn't. So I might have to play d6. And then if he pushes, I think we can play that. So let's go d6 and then knight f6. And yeah, that's probably not a good exchange for me because I have a weak king now if I castle kingside. On the other hand, he might have to castle, or he might have to fianchetto kingside as well because he's blocking his bishop with his queen. So, but yeah, I feel naked here. And what do we think about this pin? It really does absolutely nothing. So let's not really entertain that further. How about we kill this bishop? But then I've got this backward pawn. But I'll play that. I'll play it with that backward pawn. Because we can plug the d5 hole and put a rook on d8. But yeah, weird opening. But yeah, I don't know. Chess has been hard lately. I mean, I've dropped 100 points, and it doesn't feel good. Okay, so if I go bishop e6, there's knight g4. Hello, Sudeep. So queen c7. There's this. Yeah, this did not go great. I'm getting crushed on the openings today. What's up with that? What is up with that? Why am I getting crushed in the openings today? How am I feeling? I'm sick still. Maybe 1% better than yesterday. I'm not sure. Still coughing a lot. Still don't have my sense of smell or taste. I have a little bit. I've got like 20% sense of smell and taste back, but but yeah, this is going very poorly. Okay, we will take, if he takes with the pawn, I guess I'm going knight e7. He's got c4 coming. So do I want to go elsewhere? No, it makes no sense. We'll go to the most obvious square. So c4, is c5 a threat? Yes, it is. So we might have to go b6 here. So c4, I'll go b6. And if he doesn't go c4, I might go f5. I don't know, though. That's kind of scary. And what am I even threatening? He does do that. So let's go b6. a4. I don't know. a5. Ooh. Scary. How come I can't beat 2000? 2000 is supposed to suck. Okay, so is c4 renewed? So what if I go bishop b7 and then c5? Can I then take on d5? I don't want to calculate that. Bing, bang, boom. It's a lot to calculate. There's a lot to consider. A lot to consider there. I think I can do it, though. But this isn't going anywhere. That's the one problem. Maybe I can go rook c8 and then trade a queen for 2 rooks. Yeah, because what if he just like beefs it up? For example, beefs up e5, d5. Yeah, then I go here. No, then it doesn't work anymore. Then he can push, right? No, I think I'm okay. Maybe I'm holding. Complicated though. Oh my God. Everybody's with the tactics today. Everybody with the tactics today. Why is everybody so good now? I think it's game over because I don't think I can take, and if I don't take, I'm just down a pawn here. Tough day in the office here. Tough day in the office. This guy has a new account. Yeah. I think I lose 90% of my games against new accounts. Okay. So maybe come in here. There's a fork. Thanks for the sub run game. I don't know if he cheats, but it's a new account. Like, is he normally 2,400? Maybe. But why do they have a new account? He only has 100 games played. It's not brand new, but he's got 100 games played, you know. Okay. But still going to try. I mean, I can come in here, but then this doesn't look so great. And there's probably other stuff I'm missing as well. It's just frustrating playing the new accounts, though. I mean, because it's like, why bother playing online? Why play a human? It defeats the whole point of playing online, in my opinion. So he does give this check, and okay, so f6, and what's his follow-up here? Maybe to go to the e file. And I'll just trade everything and hope he makes some mistake. Can he push here? Maybe. Whoa. What's this? What's this? Oh my God. This guy just sees all of the tactic. This guy's a tactical machine. Tactical machine. Well, I'll just resign there. Yeah, I don't know. He's too good. 19 points for the new account. Okay, let's go straight to the engine on that one. When you're good, you're good. And he's good. Okay, so it looks like he missed a move on move 15. Well, he could have done this earlier. He could have played knight takes the e5 earlier. He played it a move or two later, though. Yeah, because of d6. But he did see it eventually. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I just got crushed. I don't even want to look at it. I'm just going to play another one. I feel like I should be higher rated. It's too good. Whoops. Okay, well, on my way to 1300 land. Because everyone is too good. Okay, we have a Taimanov here. For some reason, I'm struggling to remember what to play against it. Okay, so here we can transpose to a Sveshnikov, if I remember things. And for some reason, I'm drawing a blank, which is not a good sign. Excuse me. Okay. Yeah, my mind is drawing a bit of a blank. So now I'm trying to remember if we take the queen and play e5 or if I go to d1. Actually, no, I think it's bishop f4. Is this the line? I don't think it is because I think there's e5 here. Plus, it might be knight before the end. Here, right? Because ding, dang, ding, this can come in. I think we do take here. Because queen d1. I can't remember if it's queen d1 though. But queen d1, I think there's d5. There's so many similar lines like this. I'm going to take. I don't want to spend more time on it. And I think there's still d5. So do I want bishop f4 or bishop g5? Bishop g5. He might go knight g6. Can I go e5 here? So I can't remember. There's so many similar moves that I can't remember. Oh God, I don't know. I don't know, man. E5, there's knight g4. I don't think I like that so much. So I think I do have the bishop pair. So maybe I'll just play f3, right? Maybe I'll just play f3. Not now. Yeah, maybe now, because I don't really like knight g4. Otherwise, I could play bishop g5. It said I disconnected. Did I and then it said I reconnected. It says my connection is bad. Am I still live here? I wonder whether this is kind of weak. But it is a bishop. I'm going to take. And then I think I want to castle. I'm still live? Okay. It says I have good connection now. Okay, we show castle. I don't know. I just got confused because there's a million positions like that that are so similar, but the way to play them are all different. So he wants here. I'm going to play f3, but that kills my bishop. It really do. But I don't see a good alternative. A3, would that ever make sense? I mean, I'm going to have to play f3. Yeah, I don't love that. What about a4, b4, and then knight a2? And there's knight c6. That's not good. I think I have to play f3. Okay, that sucks. Well, I don't know. I've kind of falling apart the past 2 or 3 games. Okay. Here. Does nothing. What are we going to do? What is the plan? Where do we go? Where do we go? I have no idea what to do. I have no idea what to do. Clueless. I don't really want to be pushing pawns when I don't know what I'm doing. This knight is what scares me. So, where am I going? What am I doing? Who the hell knows? Okay, let's go a3. Stops b4, gives me some lift if I ever need it. Knight can go to a2 if I want. And I think I might go knight a2. Do I want to go here? Not really. So I'm really a man without a plan. Let's just move the bishop, connect the rooks. Right? Maybe I can do something here. Double up. Okay, he's putting pressure on b2. I guess we're going here, but then he can run this. But then I can go here maybe. Okay, I don't know. We have to make a move, but I'm really kind of panicking. If I guess I could take. He takes with the knight, and I don't love that. So I guess I want him to take. So maybe we have to go bishop e3, which is ugly, but it's a move. Bishop d3 rather. And at least I'm moving now. Might want to get this rook off the h file. Maybe I go to e1. Because now this is a threat. Or maybe I'm... Yeah. Well, but then this, right? So, Okay, we want to take with the knight because we got threats. I could also go here, but then there's e5. So we will take with the knight. And we will take with the bishop, I think. Then there's still d5, though. But regardless, that's what I want to play. So d5, we have to go back to d3. And his knight is looking pretty good, but all of his pawns are in light squares. Maybe that might pay off. Yeah, my bishop sucks, man. C4 is going to stop some entry points, so let's do that. It's a little bit hard for his knight to... Okay, I'll look at e5 later. Remind me during the analysis stage. Yeah, so this stops his knight from getting some good squares. And where do we want our pieces? My bishop is just atrocious. Can I push here? Can I give up a pawn? I guess he can do this, right? So let's go here then. So now I'm threatening f5. I'm going to sack a pawn. Although he could take with the pawn, right? Or can he? Okay, we're going to go here. Wait. Let's just, before we screw up, get the king off. And then I think I want to play g4. Excuse me. Okay. His knight's improving. Okay, g4 is a move, so I'm going to play it. Is this something? Probably. So maybe I should have played c3. Okay, if he takes... I think I have to recapture. Then my bishop is just so bad. Oh, I'm on his rook though. So b4, maybe I can... Yeah, maybe I can take on a6 here. And then here, I don't know. This looks fishy, but I'm a fish. I think he missed this. He did a check. I think he just completely missed that. And now, do we want to take here? I think I do. His knight's very scary though, but I'm going to take. But yeah, once he gets this is a problem. So he's probably going to go knight a5. And can I push? Yes. We push. Creating weaknesses. And I think I take. He can win a pawn though. So let's save that. But then if I do that, then he can push here. So let's give him a pawn. We'll give him the a pawn. Okay, so can I take this? I think I can. I think I can. He might get another pawn, but I'm going to take it. So he might get the c2 pawn now. But it's a move. I got 46 seconds, and it gives me a check. We will go maybe here. And then we'll go, oh my God. Okay. Can I go check? I might sacrifice here just to simplify at this point. Because I only have 26 seconds. Okay. He's going to try it. I know he's going to try it because he's a monkey. So there he goes. And I like the decision to take his knight because, well, okay, no talking here. Four seconds, fuck, sorry. I didn't realize it was so low. That's too bad. Fuck. I didn't realize I was so low. I thought I had more time. Too bad, eh? Okay, I'm not gonna look at it. It was just a time issue. Play another game. Damn it. I didn't realize I knew I was low. I didn't know I was that low. Man. Boy, it's always the clock, eh? Wow. Just can't win a game. Opponents are too good or I flag. Okay. Haven't played against a dragon in forever. Forever. Feels like a year. Literally. Close to a year. maybe 6 months. Did I swear? I swore, right? It's frustrating though. Because the games I lose, they're not good losses. They're getting flagged, you know, with okay, now does knight d5 work? No. Not even close. So I could go king b1 maybe. I could go maybe knight b3, avoiding trades. I might do that actually. Knight b3. There's also probably g5. Which is probably good. Knight h5, I think. Then what? Yeah, I don't... Okay, so maybe not g5 yet. So there's h4. Yeah. Excuse me. So maybe h4, rook c8, then knight b3. He still hangs around, but yeah, maybe h4. I can always play knight b3. Maybe maybe knight b3 first, because maybe he takes. And I might not want that. So let's go knight b3, keeping material on, because I don't want trades here. Now, maybe h4. Then he's going to go here, 100%. Because then he's threatening this. So, can I deal with that? H4, knight e5. Then I go bishop e2. I'm going to go h4. So knight e5, I'm going to go bishop e2. And then knight c4, and then I'll take. So can I take? Knight takes, and then what's the way to continue? Normally you sack another piece or pawn. I think this is an idea. You sack like this, right? Or do I push and then sack on h5? No, maybe this is the way to do it. So I think we take and then maybe bishop h3 like this. Oh, no, like this. That's how you do it. Bishop e2 and then f4. Is this a threat? I don't think so. This is too powerful. So maybe bishop e2, but then he comes in here. Can I still go f4? He's got this. Maybe I just move the queen because I want to go bishop h5. So, yeah, so I think maybe bishop e2 or f4. I mean, f4 is possible. This could be a problem though. Yeah, so maybe bishop e2. Let's go bishop e2. I'm getting a little low on the clock. And then f4, because I want to knock this knight out. That's the whole plan here. Yeah, so I don't care about this. He can have that. So maybe h5, I think. Sorry, coughing so much. h5. Out of water. God damn it. I'm almost out of tea, too. At least I'm drinking. Okay, so h5, I think. Let me just push on baby. We push on baby. We don't care about material here because these pieces don't really matter. We only need like 3 pieces to attack. So we have a lot of pieces to attack with. All of them. Now, do we want that knight? Or do we want to keep attacking? Hello, Silent Gameplay. I've been sick for it's COVID. I don't know. I rarely get sick, but when I get sick, it lasts forever. Yeah, I don't know how people get sick for only a day or two. I get sick for weeks. Okay, so if I take on g6, and let's say he tries to salvage his knight, I wonder if I can just do that and then just keep attacking. But I should probably take. Let's just take. I already sacked enough material, so we'll take it. Yeah, clear some of the anxiety that you guys have. In me not taking. And this should be good, right? For white, I think I played this correctly. So if you play something like knight e5, going into c4, I think we just take on g6, and that is what he plays. Now, I could attack and then check, and that leads to nothing. I think we got to crack it open. Yeah. And if he goes here, all the better, because then he paves the way for my queen to go to h2. But he can escape. I don't like that. Okay, he takes. So now what? Bishop h. Excuse me. Bishop h6. How I continue matters. What about knight d5? Seems like a good way to get a piece in. Is it the best way forward? Probably not. But that's got to be decent, right? Okay, I'm going to play it. And yeah, okay. So we made him retreat a little there. Can I sack another piece? No, I don't think so. Here. Bishop g5. If he goes... I didn't see the doctor, no. Should I? Bishop g5. Yeah, so if he comes in here... Yeah, maybe we should do this. But why not come in here? This might make more sense, right? Boom. Does that make more sense? Rook f7. Take here again. Okay, we'll come here. Oh, I see. Shit. Okay, well, we take one of the things. Okay, and then we have a check. e5. God, that's stupid, hey? He defended? Not my knight, eh? I got very unlucky tonight. This is weak. This is a focal point. There's ways to attack it. So let's attack it. Okay, we have ways to attack it. Focal points. Art of the attack. Vladimir Vukovic. This is where we're going now, boys and girls. To g6. Okay, he stops it. He doesn't even care. He just plays. Okay, we'll give a check. And then try. Oh, really, this guy doesn't. Okay, come on. There's got to be some win here. His king is right here. How does he keep defending? There's got to be some win. Check. He just takes. How is he surviving here? And then I have check after. But how, I don't understand. He doesn't care. He just brings his king right up. He doesn't even care. How come he doesn't care? Brazen. Okay. Check, check, check. What about here and then check? It's gotta be. Can I do this? I don't know if I should have went here first, because now he can block, but how come he doesn't? I just don't understand how he doesn't care. Like, he doesn't care about I'm attacking him. Yes, I just mentioned that silent gameplay. Literally. Like word for word almost. Sometimes I wonder if you guys listen to me. Okay, sorry. Got to focus here. So if if e5, but do you guys think I'm coughing less than yesterday? Who was here yesterday? Do I sound any better than yesterday, or am I the same? Because it feels like I'm like 1% better. Or do you think I'm just as bad as yesterday? Okay, so for e5, I think we have to give a check. This knight is now out of commission, so maybe I should have moved it earlier. And there's lots of ways to continue. That's okay. Let's bring in a piece. No difference. I'm coughing more today, really? Oh, that's not good. I don't know. I've been sick for 2 weeks now. But for me, this is normal. When I get sick, I'm just sick forever. And I'm drinking lots. I don't know. Okay, he's on my rook, so let's move that. And then he moves the king. Okay, I don't understand how this guy doesn't. He just moves and he just defends without. Okay, so he comes in here next, and I have this fork. But I mean, like, I'm attacking, and he's got lots of time, and he doesn't have to think about defending. He just defends. It just feels, I don't know. I that's not the way I do it. But he is putting a lot of pressure on me on the clock. The coughing is lasting longer than it should. I don't know. Maybe I should see the doctor, but I don't think they'll do anything. I don't know. When I get sick, it always lasts weeks for me. What would they do? Maybe there's some medicine they could give me. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe I should go tomorrow. Just such a pain to see a doctor here. I think it's a little bit better than it used to be, but to see a doctor like same day, you'd have to get up at like 4 a.m. and then stand in line outside for like 4 hours, and then you wait inside for like 3 or 4 hours, and then you see a doctor for 5 minutes. And so I don't really want to do that. But they've changed it recently where you can now phone to get an appointment. So you don't have to wait out in person. So it's probably a lot better now. But I just have so many bad memories. So now the guy's thinking, like, this is what I was expecting this guy to do earlier. When somebody is attacking you, you would think that you would have to think here. Okay. Let's go here. Okay, no talking. I got to focus here. No, that doesn't work. Or does it? I still got check. Yeah, I still got that. So how did he deal with that? Here? No. Here? No. I don't know. It seems to be piling on here. Check. Here. Okay, we got him. I don't know. It felt weird because I had this huge attack constantly, and then earlier he was just moving quickly, when he had plenty of time to formulate a defense, but he was just throwing pieces around to defend. He wasn't thinking about it, and so I'm like, you shouldn't be able to do that, right? You shouldn't be able to just move pieces and hope that you can defend. And then, so it looks like eventually I caught up with him. That is the walk-in clinic that I was talking about, programming archives. It's like a 7, 8, 9 hour wait. And half of that is outside. And you have to wake up at about 4 a.m. because you got to start getting in line at around 5 or 6 a.m. That's healthcare in Canada. It's free, but you don't. But it's so hard to see anyone. Okay, so let's take a look at that game, and you haven't. Well, you're lucky. I'm in BC. Yeah, we have one walk-in clinic for the whole city, and they were even thinking about closing that. Okay. So before I do, I just want to look at that previous 2 games ago. Wait, what game was it? Was it this guy? No. Did I hopefully I didn't close it. Or was it? No, it was this guy, right? Yeah, this new account. I wanted to just see. He played another game after he played me. I just want to take a look at that one quickly. Okay. So yeah, it sounds like you're in a similar boat, Jerome. Yeah. Okay, and then he destroyed that other guy too. So yeah, this guy's very underrated here. Okay, sorry. So let's take a look at the game I just played here. So with a dragon, haven't seen a dragon in eons, and I actually forget what the main line is here for. Well, first of all, I think Bishop D7 might not be so common. Isn't it D5? I think here. See you later. Programming archives. I'll consider going to a walk-in tomorrow, but I feel like I'm on the mend. I know I'm still coughing a lot, but I just take a really long time to heal, to recover from being sick. But I don't know. I'll consider going in tomorrow. Yeah, that's what it's like here, Jerome. Yeah. Our hospital is ancient. It was built in the 50s, the 1950s, and our city has grown 20 times since then. And the hospital, yeah. Yeah, I forget if is it D5 here? It might be D5, I think. It's the main line. So yeah, I spent a very long time deciding here if I wanted to play H4 or Knight B3. They're probably both fine, but I didn't actually want black to be able to trade and then put a rook on the c file, and he starts to open up lines, and I didn't really want that. So I played knight b3, kicking out his queen. Then I played h4, and h5 is, I don't know, it feels like it. I don't know if that's the best move, because then white just, like Bobby Fischer's sack mate, you just got to open up lines here as white. So I took, and then I was trying to remember, there's ways to proceed here, and I think I did it correctly. I think the bishop is supposed to attack, or something is supposed to attack this knight. It's either a rook or a bishop. But normally the knight's not on b3 though, so that's why I was wondering, because maybe this is a typical plan. If this knight was, because this knight was on d4, so this might be another plan. You put it on e2 and then on g3. That looks right, or maybe even put on f4, but probably g3. So if this knight was on d4, that might be another plan, but it's way over on b3. So went after it with my bishop, and yeah, I don't care about that rook. The material doesn't matter here. Black's king is right here, so we sack that rook and open up lines. And yeah, wasn't sure the best way to proceed here, if I bring in the bishop or bring in the knight. But I brought in the knight, and then I brought in the bishop. And yeah, so going after g6, because it's a weak point. I can no longer attack on h6, so this is the most vulnerable square, so I started to attack it. And I for some reason I didn't consider that he could just push the g pawn. Yeah, I'm really coughing a lot. Hey, maybe I should see a doctor. I mean, because this has been going on forever now. It's getting old. Like, coughing for a week is something, but this is 2 weeks now, and it's, yeah, okay. So anyway, sorry. So he went g5, and yeah, I'm just trying to continue attack however I can. And I got really low on the clock, so it was very stressful. Bring in another piece here because, well, I looked like I needed more help, and started attacking g5 because g5 is still weak. And then he drops a couple pawns, and I keep attacking g5. And yeah, we get g5, and then he resigns because where can he move? It's, in fact, yeah, he has to go to the g file, and then is this going to be a forced mate? It might be a forced mate in a couple moves. I don't even have to take the rook here. So let's look at that with the engine. Okay, so from the top, this will be my last game because I am coughing a lot. I should probably rest for the rest of the night. And yeah, I'll consider going to see a doctor tomorrow. Okay, so yeah, the main line is d5. I was correct about that, but this is a move, so g4. And knight b3 is the best move. h4 is second best. So this went well. God, I just can't stop coughing, eh? Okay, but bishop e2, not the top move. It's adjusting knight d5 first. And after the queen moves somewhere, then king. It wants to play this a little slow here. And the one reason is because it's saying that black can take on c3 now. And if we take with the queen, white only have the small advantage, apparently. I don't know. This looks not very nice for white though. Still, can we just go like f4 or something? Oh, knight b4 comes quickly. What if I move here? I mean, white still has a small advantage, but knight b4 is still a threat. So yeah, we have to play it a little bit slower. Interesting. That sucks because it's fun to. Wait, sorry, where was it here? Wait. Yeah, it was here, right? So, this is so natural though. So let's see, is rook g1? So what's rook g1 about? Just another way to play knight d5. So I guess that makes sense. So knight d5, you remove this battery that black is building. So the queen probably has to go back to the back rank, and then can we play bishop e2? Yeah, it's not the best move, but now there's no battery to worry about, and black can't take on c3 with the bishop. So, but yeah, I guess knight d5 makes sense. So you throw that in first, and then if you really want, you can play bishop e2. So yeah, best move here was for black to take on c3 and play this out. It's still surprising. You would still think white has some attack here, but hard to believe black is not too bad there. Okay, so knight d5 would have been a little bit more accurate, but this is what I played. Then I just kept attacking. It still wants knight d5 first, I think, for similar reasons as before. And yeah, this was a bit of a mistake. It actually wants knight d5 first again. It constantly wants this because why not? You improve the knight and then we can take. Okay, and knight d5 was best, so I finally play it. So I was correct to play it eventually. And yeah, I was thinking bishop g5. I couldn't quite decide. So bishop g5 would have been a little bit better. To just keep applying some pressure, but my move was, yeah, I guess not as good. There was also knight d4 apparently was good too. And yeah, rook g1 was best. So it was knight f4. But yeah, so here the best move was e5, and then it's not easy for me to play on f4, I guess. Yeah, so this was all good, but it did not like queen d3. It's still winning for white though, but it allows e5, which is what he played. Instead, it wants me to play e5. I actually considered that. I couldn't decide between the two moves. And I'm too lazy to look into the differences. Because here, I guess because he can't ignore the check. Yeah, the way I did it, yeah, he played e5. So I should have played e5. Okay. But we're still better. Yeah, this was all good. And yeah, this was all good. And it was just, yeah, too much. So the main thing I learned there is I should play knight d5 earlier. I really thought bishop e2 was the right way to play, though. I thought this was, yeah, the right way to play. But apparently bishop takes c3. And then there's this battery, and we can't kick out the queen anymore. And black has some play. Yeah, I know I keep looking at it, but it's still surprising me every time. Because you would think there's some... this seems just too slow for black. You would think there's some immediate attack here by white. Right? It just really looks like it to me. Even here, it looks like white really has more of an attack. So that's still, I mean, white is slightly better eval wise, but you'd feel it's like +1.5 here or something or more. But that's the main thing I picked up from this game. Play knight d5 earlier. Otherwise, it was a pretty straightforward. Okay, guys, I'm going to end it there just to, because I'm sick. I will consider seeing a doctor tomorrow. We will see. It's also extra hard with COVID, right? because they're going to like want to quarantine me and everything. So, I mean, I'm already staying at home, but I mean, they might make a big ordeal of how I get to the clinic there. Okay. Thanks for watching. Have a good night.